Well, guys, we're coming off our worst start of the season as we ended up giving up 3 runs in 5 1/3 en route to our second loss of the season. Worst part about it, too, is we ended up doing it against a team that was only sitting around 500. But hopefully we can end up righting our wrongs in this next one against a team that has a very similar record in the Rail Riders. Now, this one is going to be on the road, which is going to be a little bit more difficult. However, again, we have a little bit of a chip on our shoulder after that last start, and hopefully we can end up picking it up against them. Now, we do have a 5-game lose streak going on right now, which is a little unfortunate. Hopefully we can end up breaking that because we have 3 more games here at home against Syracuse, and hopefully, again, we can just turn things around here because a 5-game losing streak is not necessarily what we want to see midway through May. I mean, our record is still only at 14-22, which is absolutely horrible, so we need to really change things around as soon as possible. Now, I'd really obviously like to get up to the big league level as soon as possible. However, again, our third base overall is still a little bit of ways away from being able to get up there. So if we're not anywhere closer to it after this video, I think our next one might actually be a montage video up until we get to the big league level. Because as much as I love playing in AAA and doing these starts, I still really want to make it up to the Marlins. So hopefully we can end up making a difference up there after that next video. But for now, we really need to focus on this game against Syracuse because they've been embarrassing us in these first 3 games. So we need to go out there in these next 3 games and try to embarrass them. I mean, technically speaking, it is a franchise that is a rival of our franchise at the big league level as well. So to be able to actually pick up a pretty good game here in 3 more hits, that would be ideal. And that was just out of the zone, but I understand. Hopefully we can get those kind of calls when we're on the mound today. As we end up making some contact there, but we just get under it. And that's going to be a pop out to left. However, oh my gosh. He gets tossed out at home. What a throw from right field. I thought that was going to be a nice RBI, but apparently not. Holy cow. As we swing through that slow-ass fastball en route to the first strike of the at-bat. And yeah, we end up fouling that one off as well. At least we got the timing on it. But again, we just need to make sure that it's a ball that we can hit. Now 0-2 count, I feel like he's going to go off speed here. And he didn't. He went fastball. He threw his hardest one at the at-bat. But unfortunately yanked it out of the zone. So 1-2 count now. Does he go back to that slurve? Nope. Goes to the changeup. We go down on strikes. But here's where we need to really pick it up because we got a guy on first with no outs. So some kind of hit into a gap would be really nice, as I was expecting that one to kind of drop back into the zone. And yeah, that was a high fastball. That's unfortunate for us. But there we go. That's the kind of ball we need to see. And thankfully that does end up dropping, and that is going to be a base hit. Granted, it does only advance him to second. Now we got first and second with no outs. That means a force out at any base except for home, obviously. But still, we get on base, and we at least advance him a little bit. So let's see if we can end up being the game-leading run here, as he ends up taking that, and that is going to be... Oh my gosh, that is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to slide there, and thankfully that did not end up being a triple play. I need to figure out which one was slide again. It's probably the other joystick. But at least we're safe on second. But that double play really kind of stifles our offense there, as he ends up hitting that to second base. And yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be the end of the 6th. But at least we get to lead off this last inning, right? Maybe we can start a rally here and be able to bring ourselves a win, because 1-0 ain't bad. That's definitely winnable, especially here in the 9th. But that means, again, we need to be the ones to pick up a base hit. That's a really nice split. I saw a fastball out of the hand. But nope, great pitch right there. That ends up breaking out, and it's going to be a 1-1 count. Let's bring it. There we go. That's going to be into a gap, and that's going to be a double. Off the wall. Let's go. That's beautiful, and a damn good way to start the inning. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of base hit we needed, especially, again, here with 0 outs in the 9th inning when we're the game-tying run. Now, the game-winning run is at the plate. If he actually hits a bomb here, that'd be nice. That's not going to be a bomb, but we're going to end up scoring here. As let's go. We got enough speed to get in, and we represented the game-time run right there. Let's hope we can end up walking it off now. As we didn't, and now we're down 4-1 in the 10th inning. But we got guys on second and third, and a home run right here would tie it. That was a little inside. We didn't want to swing at that. That would not have really produced a good hit. We want to wait for something a little bit better. That was not something a little bit better, but we still swung at it anyways. And come on, you can't go down on strikes, not to end this game. At the very least, get a piece on it, please. And that's, well, that's certainly a piece. And that's going to be a ground out to third. You would have thought that with no outs in the 9th inning, we would have been able to at least score 1 to win the game, but apparently not. But still, a single and a double in that one is not bad. It's just unfortunate that none of those 10 hits really came in succession, you know what I mean? So let's go. We're on a 6-game lose streak now, which is unfortunate, but we're back in the field. Hopefully Snelling can end up picking up his 5th win of the season. He's having a great year. Let's hope they don't move him up instead of us. And why not start in the field? Again, it's been a little while since we've been out here, so let's shake the rust off. Let's field that ground ball and just zip it on over there for the first out of the inning. But now it's time to step in the batter's box and let's see what we can do right here. Give me a good one down the middle. That's not down the middle. That was a slider, and I should not have assumed that I was going to swing at that before I saw what pitch it was going to be. God damn it. If we would have just swung the way that we did at that first one, we would have taken that one out. Instead, 0-2 count, and thankfully we end up fouling that one off. Again, kind of expecting the off speed on that one, especially on an 0-2 count, but we didn't get it. That's another fastball. Although that one's going to be high, not extremely surprised by that. Again, that's a sequence that we usually go to. 0-2 count, fastball high. And that was a great slider on that one. So good to know that he's going to have a very similar sequence to what we usually throw. And now on first, or here in the second, we got first and second. Come on, let's get him at home. Let's get him at home. Get him. Get him. There it is. He hesitated. And we get him out at the plate. Let's go. But now we got 1 out with guys on second and third. But thankfully that only resulted in 1 run. And now we got first and second with no outs here. And we need to drive someone in. The split looked pretty nice. I saw the kind of like break on it, but that just didn't break much. That didn't break much at all, actually. That's kind of sad. Gosh darn it. You got to be on top of that a little bit more. Come on, he's not throwing that hard. We don't need to be late on a fastball, you know? That's a little ridiculous here. And thankfully we're on that one, but still, again, just a little bit late. Question is he going to go to anything different? If this was me, I would go to the slider down and away. But let's see what he ends up doing. Well, he ends up throwing the slider and is a little away, and that's going to be a double play. And you wonder why we're not winning games this season, am I right? Well, at least it's a tie game now in the 6th with the guy on second. And that changeup just was floating there. Just floating there. Awful. It's a lefty, though. There we go. Waited back on that curveball, but unfortunately just a little late on it. He's got 86 speed. You got to go to third. You got to go to third. Are you kidding? At least our team ended up taking the lead, though. But damn it, anyway. If only we could actually do something in this game. Aside from just popping out. Well, here's something we can do. We can get a guy out at first. If just a little ground ball to us, as it is. And let's go. Just get it over there. And don't prolong this game anymore. And even though we didn't pick up a hit, still ended up winning 5-2. That's nice to see. Although, again, it'd be really nice to actually see us produce. You know what the pathetic thing is, too? We're hitting 219, and we have the most hits on this team. Sad, right? But come on, we're back in third here for the last game of the series. Let's at least make this look respectable. If we end up winning 2 out of 6, it's going to look a lot better than just 1. Oof, but it looks like we're going to be playing on a rainy day here. Rainy day in Jacksonville. You got to love it. As we end up taking that liner right up the middle. Good, a little late on that, of course, but at least we take that into center field. It's a great way to start the game. Question is the steal situation? I don't think so, but we may end up going eventually. Well, we probably should have went on that one then. But no, he still stops that. He would have been able to actually recover pretty quickly. But again, we really want to make sure that we don't get thrown out. Oh gosh. Get back. Thank you. You saw we were leaning there a little bit. My bad. So come on. Don't go with the sidestep here. 1-1 count. There we go. We're going to make it if he doesn't. Well, never mind. Going to be a ground out to first. And come on, how can you say that was a bad jump? I mean, to be fair, it wasn't the greatest jump, but at the same time, screw this game for saying that was bad. Get the hell out of here. Come on, he's got a 46 speed. Let's gun him at home. And nope, never mind. We should have just taken it at second. Then we would have cleared the bases and everything, but at the same time, though. At the same time, still just 1-0. At least that was the only run to score. As that's a nice fastball, pretty much down the middle again, but we're just a little late. And I'm almost used to that 90, 91 mile an hour fastball. That 94 looks blazing. Gosh, what a curve. And yeah, just a little early on that one. Yeah, boy, he's got a deep repertoire too, which kind of scares me as to what the hell he's going to bring right here. And that's the right pitch to go with, that two-seamer inside. And we really need to make sure we make a play right here. Because no way we can't let this ball go through the infield as we do. As we do. And yeah, we're just going to get him at 3 right here. He is going to end up scoring. And that's going to be 3 runs, but at least we still get out of the 5th. And so much for being respectable, man. 4-0 here in the 6th inning. Come on. As we end up taking that one, that might be into the gap. Although, that's hanging up there just a little too much. Got a decent piece on it, but definitely not enough on that one. As that one, if we would have just had that timing there again, we would have been able to actually hit that one into a gap that time. Come on. Multi-hit game here would be really nice. Nice curve on that, but again, just a little early. But is he setting up for that 96 mile an hour fastball high? That's the question. He's not setting up for that curveball down low. And that's not going to surprise me right there. 5-1 loss. Thankfully, we end up picking up a hit, but come on, that did not come where we wanted it to be. Well, look at the bright side. At least we got a day off now before we get on the road in our next game against the Rail Riders. But at least we get a practice in now, and we get a chance to get some more skill points. We're going to go with the hand-eye coordination drill, and hopefully we can come away with 8 skill points here. Well, so much for 8, but we still end up getting 6. It's not bad, but obviously I need to improve my hand-eye coordination, but that explains why we're hitting in the low 200s, am I right? Let's go. We're back at the DH slot. We are on the road, and let's hope we can go out there and finally pick up another multi-hit game. But again, at least we know we've been one of the best hitters on the team, even if we haven't been spectacular. Wow, why are you swinging that early on a curveball, my friend? Not gonna lie, all the construction is a little distracting. But I guess where are we at? Is Scranton? Is this where we're at? I think that's the office where the office was filmed at. Actually, I think that was still filmed in LA, but doesn't matter. What does matter is the fact that we just grounded out to second and screwed our chance in the first. Jesus, Jansen Junk is not a great pitcher this season, as he's already given up 3 in 2 innings. Ooh, that was a good fastball. That would have been one to just hop on right away. And instead, nope, we swing right through that. 0-1 count with 2 outs here with a guy on second. At least let's drive him in and make it a 1-run game. My goodness, man, he's doing a good job of mixing up his pitches, I'm not going to lie. But come on, we need something a little better. Give me something down the middle again, please. God, but we waited back way too long. And hand-eye coordination drill really didn't help much now, did it? Ooh, let's go. 1 out now with the guy on first. It's actually good to see, and the fact of the matter is we're up 1 now, which is great. And you can definitely tell we've not improved our prospect rating, unfortunately. I think, what did it say, like 50-something? But we were in the 20s last season. Yeah, so we need to get a little bit better, don't we? The hell kind of wind-up is that? Or not wind-up, but kind of stretch motion is that? That's a little ridiculous. It's a little chaotic, if you ask me. But who the hell am I? More like a guy that just strikes out. But if we're going to make a difference, at least it's going to be here, where it's a tie game with a guy on second in the 7th. At the very least, we want to advance him, but needless to say, I would really like to drive him in. We're hitting under 100 with runners in scoring position. I don't even have words for that. That's embarrassing. What's not embarrassing is being able to drive in that run. He's got this 79 speed, which means that he is going to make it home. And even though we didn't hit a double or better in that one, at least we drove in the leading run. And look at that. Maybe our batting average is going to get a little bit closer to 100 with runners in scoring position. Jesus Christ. All right, 0-2 count here with 1 out. Nope, don't you dare. Don't you dare go on that. You know he's just going to block it. Okay, now, 1-2 count. I think we're going to try to go on this one. I'm not going to lie. We're going to try to steal. We're up now, right? Oh, that was a bad jump. But that is going to prevent the double play. So, hey, not a bad decision after all. Isn't Hernandez up at the major league level now? I think I just saw him hit a walk-off, or at least a game-leading home run or something like that recently. I could be wrong, though. Could be very wrong. Maybe it's just what I'm hoping this team will end up doing. Either way, though, he ends up walking. That's great. Here in the 7th, first and second with 2 outs. Let's hope Montez can end up getting his first hit of the game and ends up driving one into a gap as he ends up hitting that to the outfield. And that is going to drop, and we're going to come around, and we're going to end up scoring. And now that 1-run lead goes to 2. And that is definitely the way that we wanted to start this series. But now it's got to be nighttime, and now in the 9th inning, we just need to... Ooh, was that fouled off? Yeah, that was fouled off. Okay. Yeah, we need to just try to pad this lead a little bit. Whoa, leaving that fastball a little inside. Man. Trying to brush us off the plate a little bit, and it ain't going to work. That is not going to work, my friend. Well, apparently it worked enough because that slider was right down the middle, and we're still late on it. And swinging a little outside on it, too. And yeah, we swing at another slider, and what a way to go down. What matters, though, is we ended up winning. And we also ended up driving in the tying run. Or the game-leading run. Pardon me. And that's what I'm talking about. Maybe not the best game, but at least we came in clutch. That was literally the only positive that I could really take out of that. Now, before we actually get into this game, I do want to get into the tools because, realistically, we really kind of need to up the contact against lefties to kind of match what we have against the righties. And we're going to do the same thing with the power for lefty, too. That'll kind of even us out a little bit. And hopefully after this next game, we'll get enough skill points so that we can actually get up to 69 overall as a third baseman. But that means that we're going to have a really good game here against the Rail Riders and Chase Hampton, who has a 2.23 ERA, which means that we might have a little issue with the plate. But let's hope that the team can put it together, and let's hope we can go out there and be flawless on the mound. But we are starting in the batter's box, where we're taking that one, but I think we got under that just way too much. And it's going to be a fly out to left. Damn it. Again, at least we made some pretty decent contact. Just got to hope that on the mound we can keep these guys from making decent contact. As there we go. Great fastball on the outside corner. Just barely hit it, too. See if we can do the same here, up and in. As he swings and misses at that bunt. Don't just jab at it, man. Come on. 0-2 count now. Finish him off. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't swing at that one. That's all right. That's going to set up for the split down and out. Let's even get him on this. Our best out pitch. Boom. 4 pitches, 1 out. We take down the boss challenge, and we end up picking up that K. Great way to start. So let's see if we can do the same thing to the next 2 batters as well. As hopefully we can do that to the third hitter. As that just duck snorts in right between the second baseman and the right fielder. And unfortunately, that is a single. As now we face the 3 hitter, and hopefully, if we don't strike him out, we end up getting the double play. Those are the 2 things we're accepting here. And looks like we're going to have to just deal with the fact that he just ended up picking up a single and advanced him to third. Well, looks like we're carrying last game over into this one. Not what we want to see. That's all right. We got to just be perfect here. Again, we either need a double play or a very, very shallow pop fly. Or a strikeout. But not a gapper. As this game might be over before we even get a chance to get it started. You're not going to get him at home. Oh my god, you got him at home. Okay. Excuse me for doubting my field. Still ended up giving up a run, though. That sucks. Not the way we want to start this game. That just means we need to be perfect for the rest of it. Oh, man. I wanted to really lower our ERA, and we are definitely not doing that. As my god, man, they are just getting a piece on everything. What has happened to our pitching ability? We had so many games where we were just shutting teams out, and now we're getting just absolutely blasted by fucking Scranton? By the Rail Riders? Get the hell out of here, man. Started this game off so well, too. How did it just come to this? Oh, God. God damn. How many base hits is that now? 4? I think? Maybe 5? Oh my gosh, we're not going deep into this game unless we can find a way to be a little bit better. 2 runs already. Holy shit. That is embarrassing against this team, too. I don't even know what they're an affiliate for, to be honest. Someone let me know in the comments, because I'm probably going to be too lazy to look it up after the game. You've got to be kidding me. He knew the slurve was coming. He knew it was going to be a little out. Alright, let's gas him up and in. There it is. At least that's going to be a pop-out. Pathetic! Pathetic inning! And come on, we can't give up any more runs after that. But it would be nice if our offense could pick up some runs. That would be really cool. And holy shit, another base hit. Dude, if we thought that our ERA was going to be elevated, what about our whip? Holy cow. Dude, I can't believe we've given up this many hits. I think we've given up more hits in these 2 innings than we gave up in, like, the 3 starts prior to what we ended up, prior to last game. Not going to count that last one. He wanted to swing at that for sure. Gas him up and in now. Then we'll go to the changeup. Yikes. Sorry, changeup down and in. Get him swinging at that. Thank you. That's a little bit better. My goodness. Dude, I'm not discouraged. I shouldn't say that I'm discouraged. I'm not. I'm just really upset that, man, these guys are seeing the ball so well on us. Makes me think that we should really start to up our pitching overall again. Because without that, man, we're just a mediocre baseball player. You know? We're just mediocre on the mound and subpar at the plate. At that point, we probably should have just picked pitching in general. But nope. It's going to be a challenge, and we are definitely making it that way. Let's even finish this off. Thank you. And finally, we finally learned how to pitch again. Way to take a couple crow hops there at second as we get out of the second. And 6 hits through 2 is embarrassing. I don't know how we've been this efficient. We've thrown an average of 15.5 pitches per inning. And yet we've given up 6 hits. That's not impressive because that's not a good feat, but still, at the same time, that's very not expected? Is that the way to put it? It's okay, though. Oh, after that foul ball, I don't know. Is it okay? No, we go slurve down and away this time. Make it a good pitch. Yeah, that kind of had like a little loop to it. That was not a sharp break. Let's gas him up and in, though. Finish. There we go. Finally, we're picking it up. Finally. But we still need to be better than that. We can't just let our guard down against these guys because, again, it doesn't matter how good we are in these last few innings. We weren't good in that first one. Oh, my Lord. Okay, that's fine. You know, we hit him. That's going to slow him down a little bit. That's going to allow this double play to manifest. So let's do it here with the change. There we go. And, you know, we're going split this time. And if we don't pick it up with the split here, then we'll go fastball up and in. But that doesn't matter anymore because we pick up the looking strikeout. So let's keep this up. This is the pitch. Oh, my God. Oh, come on. Get this before he gets home. Get it in. They're not going to wave him around. That's good. That's good. Again, I don't want to give up another run this game. We just can't have that. We just can't. So we need to do everything we can to be able to get this guy out before he ends up getting any kind of base hit. That looks good. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Jesus? Oh, I wish he would have swung at that one. Sorry, we're going split down and out. Make it the best one of the day. Thank God we get out of that jam. But at this rate, we'll be lucky to get through the 5th. But this is where we really need to help ourselves. A home run right here, as I swing at a ball not even close to the strike zone. A home run right here would put us up. But at the very least, we need a base hit. Keep the game going. And you're still swinging at garbage sliders. No wonder why we're only hitting 100-something. With runners in scoring position, that is. God, that was the one we wanted on the first one, and wow, we really f***ed that up. But thank God our offense finally picks us up. First time this season, I think. And thank God they ended up scoring 3, despite the fact that I am garbage at the plate. That looks good. That's going to be a pop out to center. Let's make this an efficient inning so Coach has no excuse to not put us out for the 6th. We want to, well, would it be a quality start? I don't think so, actually. But still, that's still going to be okay. We just want to get through 6. We want to pick up this win, and we want to make sure that we still look attractive to the big league club. So let's go. Let's get this last guy out. This has been a really efficient inning so far. And look, we definitely want to keep it that way. If we can get out of the 4th before 55 pitches, then we're looking really, really good. Let's gas him up one more time. Up and in. There it is. That was a great pitch in a great spot, though. Slurved down and in. There it is. Wow. Can't believe he was that patient on it. Now we go split. Should go change. But nope. That's going to be the best pitch of the day right there. Get out of the 4th with a big strikeout, and that was a pretty efficient inning. And those are the types of innings that we need after those first 2. You know? And the fact that we gave up 6 hits in the first 2 innings and then just absolutely blanked them the last couple, it's actually pretty nice. But again, there's still a lot of game left. Thank God he got there. Oh my gosh, I thought that was gone. I thought that was gone. Oh God, I'm going to have a heart attack in this one as we bounce that one in. All right, fastball up and in. Come on, we need to gain our regain our composure. But they're just laying into these. Even the ones that they're hitting foul, they're just hitting extremely hard. Oh no. I am so pissed. I am so pissed. I don't even want to look at the replay. No, don't even show that to me. Don't even show that to me. Now it's a tie game. So much for our win. We need to get out of this now and then end up getting another run. And the way that our offense plays, it's not extremely likely. Which means that I need to really sack up in the batter's box. Come on. We can't allow him to get any contact here at all. Jesus. All right, dot up the fastball in the outer half. Come on. There it is. The hell out of here with that. Come on. That was there. Thank God. Okay. I know that's a little bit of contact. That's going to ruin our challenge. But let's go. Split one more time. Get out of this inning. Okay. At least we ended up fielding that ourselves. And now let's get in there. Let's get one more run. I'm so sorry. I thought that was the end of the inning. Okay, well, we got one more batter to get through. Yeah, you can tell this game has not been good to me today. There we go. Great pitch. Now we get out of it with the slurve. Strike him out. Make at least one of your stats look good today. As there we go. We finally get that. Now we need to get that run. And who else but us? Guy on first, no outs. Come on. Get good contact. Just late on the 92-mile-an-hour sinker. Which means that we're going to have to kind of swing a little bit sooner on some of these. Nice slider. That looked like a fastball out of the hand. And yeah, now we're screwed again. Pay more attention, though. Focus. I suck. And we get taken out. I don't know if we got more runs in that one, but man, this has been a really, really forgettable game. Well, we are up 7-3, but I don't know when we got those runs. So we'll figure it out after this game if we end up winning. God, it's this guy again? God, I hate that windup. I hate that stretch motion. It's so terrible. It is so terrible. Come on, let's drive him in. Let's contribute something to this game as we swing through the two-seamer. Good pitch. We're late on a 92-mile-an-hour, huh? Sure, whatever you say. Come on now. Focus. And you're focusing on a fucking fastball that is so out of the zone. We're going to end up striking out another time in this one, aren't we? This does not, it does not look good right here for us, guys. It does not. Oh God, that's a really horrible hit. Really horrible hit. There we go. We're going first to third on this one. I don't care if we're getting thrown out. That would be the least of our worries in this game. After how much we've just been really horrible at the plate and our struggles on the mound today. But at least we're up 8-3 now. It'd be funny if we ended up picking up a win on this one. That would actually be hilarious. Imagine one of our worst starts of the season and we end up picking up another win. Oh, well, they're just trying to embarrass us again. All right, let's see. Maybe this is our chance for a multi-hit game. Imagine that. Great fastball. We're late again on something that wasn't extremely fast. We were seeing the ball so well earlier. What's changed? Well, at least we made contact that time. I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but at least it happened. There we go. Finally, some solid contact. And he makes a diving catch. Now, if that wasn't just the perfect thing to happen to symbolize what happened in this game, I don't know. The crazy thing is we ended up picking up our 4th win of the season on one of our worst games. I said the last one was one of our worst of the season. 8 hits, 3 runs, and 5. Yeah, that's worse than the last one. But we still picked up our 4th win. Blows my mind. And unfortunately, that does raise our ERA to 1.92. But I will say the good thing is, at least we end up picking up 8 strikeouts in that one as well. If they weren't hitting the ball, then they were just whiffing at it. I don't know. That's baseball, right? Isn't that quite the definition of it? Either way, we got 10 skill points here. And honestly, I think what we're going to do, we're up in the... Ooh, do we go throwing and fielding? Or do we go throwing and base running? Ooh, that's a tough one. Honestly, I feel like we need to up our speed. And upping the arm strength and the accuracy wouldn't be bad either. So let's do that. That's still not enough to get us up to a 69, which means the next video is going to be a montage one. So I don't know how long that one's going to take, but I apologize for the fact that it might be a little bit longer of a video, and it's going to be extremely chopped up. So you guys aren't going to be seeing everything. You're going to be seeing the highlights, but again, at the end of that video, we should be up in the majors, and we can only hope that that's not going to take extremely long. Good news, though, is, again, we ended up picking up our 4th win, and that's something to be proud of. Again, looking at our pretty much our entire organization here, we've actually gone up to number 4 in the organization in starting pitchers. Cabrera ended up going down to a 77, and needless to say, we're up there as our 4th best pitcher. Now, in terms of third baseman, though, again, we're pretty far behind these guys. We are above Cam Smith's level. That's awesome. But again, to get up to a 78, I think is going to be extremely difficult. My only hope is that they're going to trade one of these two guys, and we're going to be able to actually get up sooner rather than later. Ortiz might be hot right now, and he's hitting 301, but he's only got 3 home runs and 17 RBI, while Norby here is hitting 285 with 11 home runs and 37 RBI. Maybe we can trade Ortiz when he's hot, and we can end up getting moved up sooner rather than later. But again, we're not the GM. We're not the ones making decisions. Good news is, at least we can control what we can do. And we can control what stats we're going to get upgraded. And hopefully in the next video, we're going to get so many upgrades that we're going to make it up to the Major League level before we even get to the All-Star break. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time.